Hello Sandite friends, Mr. Smith, Sandite Mentor, with another video dealing with subtraction, but I'm going to throw a twist in it. I'm going to add a decimal, and I think it would be easier for you to learn decimal at an earlier age than it is to wait till like the 5th or 6th grade. What a decimal does, it just separates the two numbers, the whole numbers, from the fraction part of the decimals. And I know this is kind of over your head possibly, but I've got a 9 and a decimal, 6, 7, and I'm going to subtract 2 decimal 3, 5. And the thing that you need to do with working with decimals is just one thing. Just drop it straight down. And you're finished with it. And now the subtraction part is going to be just the same. So if I take 5 from 7, if I start with the smallest number, 5, 6, 7, I tap my paper twice. So that would be a 2. Okay? Now, 3 from 6, if I start with the 3 and go to the 6, I'll make 3, and then I'll put a dot for 4, 5, 6. I've got 3 dots, so that's a 3. And I got a 9 and a 2. Let's start with the 2 and make 9 dots. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 from 9 is 7. So that's throwing you a little bit of curve. That decimal kind of goes along with that other lesson I was telling you about how to use the notebook paper and turn it sideways, where you have columns to write in. This is kind of the same. This is helping you out. It'll help you with your decimal when you get to it. Let's see. Let's do another one. This one's going to be a little bit tricky, and I'm going to give you a second to think about it. 15. Sorry, my hand's shaking so bad I can't hardly write. Minus 6.24. Well, the 15 needs a decimal so that we can line things up. And right now it doesn't have one. But I'll tell you a secret. All numbers have decimals. And if it's not shown, it's considered a whole number, and the decimal is right behind the number. So now the other number was 6.24. So now we put the 6 under the 5 so that we can line up our decimal. 24. And I hope that shows up. But on my lined paper, assuming that I had some lined paper to deal with, all the numbers would have a column. So what we do, we have 2 blank spaces here. Let's fill the blank spaces in with zeros. Okay? Now, be simple. We take 4 from 0. Oh, not quite so simple, is it? We're going to have to borrow. So what do? We go next door and we borrow. Oh no, it's another 0. Can't borrow from 0. Well, we'll have to go to the next one, which will be a 5. So let's go ahead and change the 5 to a 4. And that will make this first 0 a 10. But we're going to have to borrow from it, so let's go ahead and just make it a 9, because it's going to be 9 anyway. And then that 1 that we borrowed from this 10 to make that 9, we're going to put right there and make that a 10. Now, can we take 4 from 10? Sure we can. 4, count your dots, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many dots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's put a 6 directly underneath. Okay, 2 from 9. What are we going to do? We're going to make our dots starting with 3. Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many dots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So let's put a 7 directly underneath that. And since we're dealing with decimals here, bring that decimal straight down. Okay? Now, 14 from 6, that's going to be a lot of dots, but we can do it. Starting with 6, starting with 7. Ready? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now let's count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our answer would be 8.76. So a lot of the things I'm going to be doing, did you understand? It was anything confusing? This borrowing part may have been a little bit confusing. Let me do it again. Remember, all whole numbers have decimals, and if it's not given to you, it is known to be behind. We have 2 blanks here, so put zeros. Can't borrow 0 from 0, so let's go to the 5, turn it into a 4, and then we can borrow from that. This 0, the 1 that we borrowed from the 15 would make that a 10, but we're going to go ahead and make it a 9 because we're going to borrow from it anyway, and from a 10, go ahead and make it a 9 into a 9, and then the 1 we borrowed goes there, and that's where we ended up at. That may be the confusion part. I think the decimal part is going to be easy for you, but we're going to practice on that because I want you to get in the habit of keeping your numbers lined up. That's my goal. So anyway, Mr. Smith, Sandite Mentor, I've got some dogs here to tend to, and hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you in school one day, I hope. Bye now.